Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news of some very aggressive Chinese regulatory action overnight. But first, the world is awaiting the US election results. Short lines and karma feature of today's turnout. It may be days before it is clear, but markets are already betting on a change of leadership, even a Democratic sweep. Equity markets are up. Commodity currencies are back in favour, and the US Treasury bond rates are rising on the expectation that the new Congress will need to issue a lot more fiscal recovery debt. But early chicken counting by them is a high-risk game. In the US, data for last week's retail sales was positive, with good gains reported over the prior week. And compared to the same week a year ago, the rise was 3%. And China has called a sudden halt to the world's biggest initial public offering, citing major issues in a mammoth $37 billion event that drew $3 trillion in offers. It has cast real uncertainty over the future of fintech giant Ant Group and delivered an extraordinary rebuke to its controlling shareholder Jack Ma. And China is ramping up its punishment of Australia for its security and human rights challenges to the Middle Kingdom. The list of goods China is blocking its traders from importing now includes coal, barley, copper, sugar, timber, wine and lobster, with sugar being the new one added to their list. Yesterday's late RBA decision brought the rate cut expected down to just above zero, but it also brought much more aggressive QE package than expected. So far, none of the main Australian banks have passed on any of this official rate cut. Overnight, the dairy auction was a weak one. Not only did prices fall 2% in US dollar terms, the rising New Zealand dollar undermined the results in local currency, where they were down 3.8%. The US Treasury yield is up 5 basis points today, just on 0.89%, and the price of gold has risen overnight, up $15 to $1,907 an ounce. And oil prices have also firmed again overnight. They're now just on $37.50 a barrel in the US, while the international price is just over $39.50 a barrel. Both are about $1.50 higher. And the Kiwi dollar is much firmer this morning from this time yesterday at 67.1 US cents, and that's a rise of nearly 1 cent as commodity currencies gain on the risk-on mood in equity markets. Against the Australian dollar, we're weaker, however, 93.6 Australian cents, as the Aussie gains more than us. And against the euro, we're firmer at 57.2 euro cents. That means our trade-weighted index is up to 70.3, and its highest in 6 weeks. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.